We start?
Video when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's roll. Take it.
Okay. First, we would have a half an hour interview with the delegate of English department of Lomonosov University.
Okay.
And then we can start the live calls.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's roll.
Hello, Mr. Gotsi. How are you?
Hey man, I'm so great. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Well, first of all, I want to mention that we put all this information on our website and on the student paper as well. And I'm just gonna ask you, how did you come up with this idea of SLP? Because at the first place, when I saw the article, I was like, wow, no, that can't be right. That's a total scam. But when I saw the student results, it was just shocking. So can you just tell me, how did you come up with the idea of SLP in the very beginning?
The reason that I created this in the very beginning, it wasn't for the students, it was for me. I wanted to learn new things, particular new languages in a short period of time because I'm a busy person. I've got family, I've got friends, I've got a business to take care of. I also have to travel a lot to different countries. These things somehow limited my accessibility to international resources, so I had to come up with a solution for myself because I do not have like 6 months to 12 months like yeah, you know what? I still like 1 year of time going in and studying like 3 hours a day. I do not have that kind of time, and I had to find a way to learn the languages that I needed in the shortest period of time in the best way possible. Now, after traveling to Dubai and getting acquainted to Dubai University, by using some of their special methods and combining them with my previous experience from talking with more than dozens of English language teachers in both Moscow and Roma, I created SLP, which stands for Salvatore Language Period System. If you pay attention to what I said period system. It's not only a class, it's a period that helps the student to learn the languages that they want, especially English, by focusing on three important purposes for both students and workers. Guarantee job opportunities in the future for both students and office workers. Easy accessibility to international resources, again for both students and office workers, especially students. And basically, higher salaries and more options, maybe going to another country and this kind of stuff.
So you're actually saying that you changed the student learning style to help them improve their lifestyles?
Absolutely! How do you think our students can learn English in a short period of only 2 to 3 months? Because they are hella motivated and positive that they can make big changes in such short period of time. They are so motivated because they know whatever that they learn here is some real stuff that they're actually gonna use in the future. It's not something that they're not gonna use, it's absolute real stuff. Now let me tell you something, man. I've got a student pilot. I've got dentistry and medical students. I've got law students. Recently I have a mechanic who wants to go to Texas. I've got programmers. I've got English students, the future English teachers. Each of these individuals, each of these folks is different from the other one. So any of these people, each of these folks deserves a special program which is especially designed for them based on their needs and their skills.
So you're actually regarding the students' personal characteristics in the program, right?
Sure, man, let me tell you something. After working with more than 400 students from more than 10 different countries, I realized that there are only two factors which are gonna determine whether a student's gonna learn a new language or not. Do you wanna know them?
Of course.
It's the student's motivation and discipline. Only these two. It's not about the student being stupid or smart, it's not about the teacher being good or bad, it's not about the books or the resources that the student get provided with. All of these things are secondary factors. The factors which are gonna determine whether a student's gonna learn the new language or not is the student's motivation and discipline. If you can solve these two problems for the students like we do solve it for our students, any students can learn English in a short period of 2 to 3 months by reaching 110 hours of practice. Because it is something scientific. It is tested and approved by scientists. Because the new language learning procedure is not something logical but emotional.
Well, I'm impressed. As the next question I wanted to ask you, is there some specific or special characteristics in people like you, I mean polylingual people, that makes them be able to learn new languages so easily? Then I got my answers.
Well, your answer is we know what to do. And more important, we know how to do it when we approach a new language. Now, in fact, learning a new language is such an interesting and easy kind of a thing to do if you know how to do it. For example, English, the grammar is so simple. We all know it. It takes only 2 to 3 months for the students to learn the language and start speaking. 5 to 6 months, or maybe for some lazy students, 6 to 7 months to sound like a native speaker. If any student has spent more than this time but still is unable to speak the language, it is only one of these two scenarios. Number one, they do not know what to do. Number two, they had a bad teacher.
Well, thank you. The next question